welcome to today's video about how to raise baby chicks. My name is Matt Van Eidert, and I will be here with you every day for the next 16 weeks, showing you how I raise baby chicks from day olds until they're healthy layers. I'm also the founder of the website Pampered Chicken Mama, and we have a line of layer feeds and herbal treats for backyard chickens and Chick Starter, which is the inspiration for this video series. Now, I thought a really good topic for today's video is about roosters. Our rooster friends, for some reason, don't seem to get as much attention as the hens. And it's a common question I get, which is, when will my rooster start crowing, right? So it's really interesting with the roosters because they start to exhibit gender and sex-related behavior sooner than the hens do. So you might notice that your roosters will start crowing, fairly soon, around 4 weeks. And they'll also start doing the little rooster strut where they puff out their chests and lower their wings and circle around. We see that a lot. But you'll start to see them trying to mimic something that's like crowing even as early as 4 weeks. And it can really happen from 4 weeks on up. We usually start to see crowing in earnest, like the kind of crow. We usually start to see that around about 12 weeks is when their voices start to crack, right? So when they're about 4 weeks, you might hear crowing, but it's more like a squeak. Usually around the 12-week point is when they start to really sort of test out their lungs, and they'll crow, but it'll be like maybe hoarse, or their voice will start to crack. And then around 12 weeks is when you start to hear the real fully developed adult crowing that you expect to hear. Now, the other question I tend to get is, can I stop them from crowing? And the answer is really no. There's things other people do in the world that can stop them, but I never endorse any of those things, so I'm not going to even mention them on this video. If you get a rooster, you're going to have to accept the fact that it crows. It's natural. It's part of how they've evolved, and it's necessary. It's necessary from a social standpoint, that they have to crow to express themselves. They have to crow to keep their flock in line. They have to crow to alert people, or to alert their other chickens and people, because they consider people part of their flock, to danger. There's actually been more than one time that we have noticed a predator simply because of the way that the rooster crows, right? So there's the crowing where it's just like, hey, I'm here, I'm a rooster, I'm crowing. And then there's the more urgent crow that's mixed with like clucking that can signal that there's a predator. So we've actually been alerted on more than one occasion because of the crowing. So even though it's a little bit annoying at times, or you might not be too thrilled about the noise level, there are times, certainly around here, when the crowing gets on my nerves. It's really a necessary part of them maturing and growing into a chicken. So just to recap, you'll start to see crowing in earnest around 12 weeks, but you might start to see them exhibit a crowing type behavior as early as 4 weeks. And it can really happen anywhere between like about 4 weeks up until they're mature. But that tends to be when we start to hear it, is around that 12-week mark, and then the fully mature vocalization of the crow when they're about 16 weeks. So I hope you've enjoyed today's video. We covered the different things you need to know about when roosters will crow and why crowing is important and why it's really important not to stop them from doing it. If you've enjoyed this video, please go ahead and leave me a comment below. You can also leave me a comment below if you have a question about raising backyard chickens or baby chicks in general. Please do consider subscribing, and if you're watching this video on YouTube, please do consider clicking the notification bell so that you can be alerted when we upload new videos, which will be every day for the next 16 weeks, as we talk about how to raise baby chicks from day old into their healthy layers. Thanks for watching this video, and I hope you've enjoyed it, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye!